Hello and welcome to Austin, Texas, one of our favorite stops on the tour. And today, Darrell K. Royal Stadium is packed and revved up, ready to make noise for the Texas Longhorns. This is not your normal matchup, a battle of top 5 teams, two forces colliding here near the end of the season. Cannot wait for this one. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hale. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Using his legs, it's Miller. In the clear at the 25. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a designed run. Has the first down, still on the move. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Getting set. Here's second down. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Alabama.
Here's the second down play. Change of pace, now looking to throw the football. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. Tackle made after a big gain.
Just excellent execution here by the offense. They've set themselves up nicely now into the red zone to see if they can come up with a touchdown.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, this guy's already over 30 yards on the opening drive of this game. Another nice play right here. If this defense can't stop him, just keep feeding him the football.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, tied.
That's one of the more impressive drives that I've seen in a long time. They did not throw the football. And this running back got behind that big offensive line, just moved the ball all the way down the field, and then finally into the end zone. That is very discouraging for this defense.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, and tried to make a play. Good coverage that time. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. That one moves the ball across the 40.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and getting the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He has 1st down yardage at the 46.
Chris, just by watching this guy all year, the defense better be very careful to let this guy find that rhythm. I've seen him where he goes 5 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards, and then it pops a big one. Right now, he looks like he's starting to gain some confidence here early in this game.
Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
6th play of the drive coming up. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. And he's going to fire this one deep down the middle. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time.
Well, Chris, this is almost really like a punt. It's 3rd down and long. If you're going to throw a pick, this is the time to do it. Throw it way downfield. The defense, yeah, they intercepted, but because it's so far downfield, it's essentially a punt by the offense.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. It's Miller. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense edge to it.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Williams. After 2nd effort, he's brought down, but is past the marker.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver, That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
Now here's the toss play. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Texas 0.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Touchdown, Bama. Strong game by this quarterback.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's tackled at the 25. Same spot it would have been, and he left it in the end zone. The Longhorns offense takes the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Fights off a defender. That is a big play. Finally brought down at the 44. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
Tackle made after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
That's reeled in. It's Gibson. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
Looking to pass. It's Manning. Bringing pressure. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
There's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
So the offense faces 3rd and short from the plus 26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Looking for his big tight end. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, Texas.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
PAT is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He steps out to the 29. That's where they begin the drive. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
They make the stop, but not before. Gain that time.
Of all the receivers to lose track of, it's this guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country. Lucky that wasn't the score.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years. Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. They're going to run it. He stopped, but he gets a 1st down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
On the run, it's Miller. The junior able to bring him down quickly. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive 1st half. Second down after that previous play. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Trying to extend the play. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defense had everything covered downfield. The quarterback tries to check it down, but how about the defensive speed to be able to sniff that out?
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. He's looking for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Well, they need 8 yards on 4th down to keep this drive going. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Aiming for the end zone. Tackled just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
Hello, Mr. Defensive Coordinator. You may want to account for the quarterback. Are you kidding me? A quarterback scramble for this many yards? You got to make adjustments. Account for this guy's legs.
The Tide offense line up here on 1st and goal. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, Alabama.
Goal line formation for the defense. BB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum.
Texas.
Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
Texas Longhorns will take over 1st and 10.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. He shows off the juking ability there. Not much room to run. It's a short game. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Completion makes it 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Manning. Looks like he's going to run it. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
I really like this call by this offense on 2nd and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice 1st down.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And a sophomore making an impact play. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime.
Timeout, Texas.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Defense brings him to the ground as the final seconds of the 1st half tick away. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
With the score, Alabama 21, Texas 7.
Alabama will kick it off to start the 2nd half.
Texas.
The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They get the 2nd half started with a running play. That's a solid gain, moves the ball to the 29.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
And there's the handoff. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Looking to throw. It's Manning. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going to try to use his legs here. They chase him down. They tried to run for it, but it'll bring up 4th down.
4th down coming up.
And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Downfield and incomplete. A 4th down stop.
Well, the ball's close to midfield, and this offense is trying to get things going here in the second half. I understand the aggressive mindset, but this one could cost them.
Finds his man. It's Williams. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Second down play coming up. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Just a tremendous play here by the corner. The offense completes the pass, but the corner comes up, makes a nice form tackle while driving that receiver back in the process.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. The Texas offense comes back out on the field. Last time they gambled and lost, went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And they bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
To the air, it's Manning. Makes a quick grab.
The second down pass. Complete to Manning. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big 4th down stop.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores, it's 4th down, you've got a good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ball game.
Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Tackle, but 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
1st and goal, handoff. And that run produces a decent gain.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
2nd and goal for the offense. press coverage now from the secondary. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's third touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
28, Texas, 7. Texas.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start.
And the Texas Longhorns will take over first and 10.
And the Longhorns offense takes the field. That last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. With sure hands, it's Gibson. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Back to throw. It's Manning. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And the tackle is made. The screen pass there produces a solid gain.
And the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
Now they'll run a draw play.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Loses 2. Now, that's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 28, Texas 7.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
The Longhorns looking to keep this drive moving. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Extending the play now. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Brought down at the 3-yard line, but this offense now has a first down and goal right there.
That's textbook execution by the receiver on the corner route for the first down, and a good find by the quarterback.
On 1st down, it's play action. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building on the lead here in the second half. He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. He'll drop back here on 3rd down. And they heave it deep downfield. Tried to press. But it's incomplete.
Hey, I understand the aggressive approach here on 3rd down and long, trying to pick up the 1st down, but look at the scoreboard. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. Smart play would have been to keep running the football, work the clock, force them to use their timeouts. Now at 4th down and long with the lead, tough decision here. I think you got to punt it away.
They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Grab behind the line and Spahn. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be 1st down yardage.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Chris, has just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Fires it to the wideout. He makes the grab. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
Really good job here converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
That's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense. Longhorns looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They need a touchdown here. Down big in the 4th quarter. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. It's Manning. Defense is coming after him. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Gets rid of it on the move. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. Empty set as they try for the 2-point conversion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And they've got him behind the line. There is a penalty marker, but if it's on the offense, it'll be a change of possession. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. The pocket breaking down. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
2nd down now after the sack. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Now to play fake, he'll look to throw it. With the catch, it's Williams. Big play across midfield. Now they're threatening at the opponent's 38. And that's the 2-minute warning. And this offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Running out of time in the pocket. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Looking to throw. It's Nussmeier. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Well, the quarterback makes a mistake here. That's football 101. Once you get outside of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation and not take the sack, especially in the fourth quarter.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Back in motion now. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. And he pulls in the catch.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Longhorn starting a new series here on 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Ball away quickly, but nobody in the area, and the official's going to call intentional grounding here. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. To throw, it's Manning. Catch made over the middle. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the mark.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's on the run. Launches deep. And the catch is made way downfield. That's a big gain, but they could have used that when this football game was still in doubt. And a timeout stops the clock with 8 seconds remaining. Offense racing down the field. It sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Caught near the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Texas.
Chris, they're not quite out of this game just yet. With under 2 minutes to go, they're down by 9. I'd kick the extra point here, make it a one-possession game, and then try to recover that onside kick, and you got a real shot.
And they've got him behind the line. The 2-point try fails, and they can't get any closer. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll hand it off. Breaks loose at the 40. They get him down, and that's how this game will end. The clock at 0-0. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the third downs, the red zone.